Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for July 7th, 2024. We've got some Transformers news. There's always a lot of Transformers news. But we've got some of this T-Spark MPG Masterpiece stuff going on. And of course, 4 Legends, mainline, good stuff. We've also got some Batman stuff going on. I've got to say, McFarlane wants to make more Batmans than Hasbro and every other company's made of Optimus Primes. I think he might be there. He might actually have achieved that. And then there's this little bit of news for MOTU, Masters of the Universe news going on this week. Then there is a Techndrome. I will explain. Yes, I definitely will. And then HasLab. And one more thing. So there's sort of 2 Star Wars news pieces, but you only got 2 days left to get this, or less than 2 days. If you're in on this, I think I'm out, and I'll explain why. Talk about this some more. Coming up. Starting out, what is new at ShowZ, and I have to be honest, jump on this if you collect Legends. Even if you collect the Hasbro stuff, jump on this. $31.99 for Legends scale cassettes from Magic Square. I was looking up completeds. They were selling for $300 a set prior to the reissue. Amazing. It just showed up out of nowhere. No pre-orders. It's just all the way to coming soon. $32. Remember to put TH reviewer code in the support your reviewer when you go get this. This is awesome. Do not sleep on this. These will sell out fast. And pre-orders are up for the Cyan Culture SY01, and this is their train bot. So I'm assuming since there's 2 in this set, there'll be 2 in each set. There's still no price for it, but 3 sets of 2 to make train bots, which I believe will be about similar size to what they made back in the vintage era, which that thing goes for like stupid money, thousands or whatever. But it'll be my train bot. I didn't really have enough space for New Moon Studio. This is perfect for someone who just want to rate in a Raidan at a decent size and hopefully a relatively affordable price. Probably about, I'm not even going to say a price, I'm not even guessing, but more affordable than any other option out there. Before I get into the Transformers news, I have to post a retraction from my Friday video where I said that 2024 is going to be a $5,000 threshold before you get your 1099K, and I was challenged on that. So I was like, I don't just blindly argue or anything. I go look it up. And I haven't looked it up since last November. Here it shows on eBay. So other platforms might be different, but if you sell on eBay, it's now $600. There's nothing you can do about it. eBay has failed. Their coalition has failed. But I'm going to make a full video about this on my other channel. I'm not going to be political on this channel, but the other one, the gloves are off. And I'll have a link down below to my other channel. I'll probably have that video up either Monday or Tuesday. Okay, so Transfor Masterpiece MPG 13 Shattered Glass Jetfire revealed. And this doesn't really answer anything. MPG is taking over for where Masterpiece left off, so I'm guessing MPG's not going to be some new scale or anything, but we don't really know because we haven't seen anything new in the MPG past the Power Master Optimus Prime that's going on. But I think it looks really good, and I like the mold, and I like this look. I have never bought a Shattered Glass one of these, and Masterpiece scales by scale, so I'm probably in on this. Of course, I don't know the price yet, and I haven't seen pre-orders at ShowZ just yet, but I will probably be in on this. I think it looks cool. I'm very happy with the mold. I was happy with the KO of that too. The KO actually had a better paint for the reds than the original. But with this, I think it looks fantastic. The color scheme, again, these are probably just renders, but it's really hard to see it until you see it in hand. But I'm pretty sure it'll look really good in hand also. All right, so we've got an exclusive here for TFcon Toronto. That's going to be July 12th through the 14th, by the way. Just had to look that up real quick to talk about that. So this is the Fans Hobby MB15D clutch. So it's just a recolor, but it looks pretty cool. And the thing about it is that it is going to be 220 Canadian and only 700 pieces worldwide if you're into it. And I think you can also get available from Chosen Prime and Fans Hobby. And here we go with this picture. So I'm pretty sure Chosen Prime's site will probably have some on there too, but it didn't say that just yet. Still, cool looking, interesting. If you are in on this, then check out Chosen Prime or see if somebody's at the show to help you out. So Devil's Savior Troublemaker DX multi-pack for Revenge of the Fallen Devastator is being reissued. I did look up and kind of see size and scale of this thing, and it looks like they issued it maybe 2 years ago, something along those lines, and it is much bigger. It is Masterpiece scale, sort of. I mean, I'm not really sure perspective on this Devastator in my mind versus like a standard G1 Devastator, but still, if you're into this kind of thing, it's getting a reissue, and it's going to come with an extra 26 by 40 centimeter Pyramid of Giza. And then here is the alt mode, and kind of still showing you the size of the pyramid you're going to get to go along with it. So no picture of that just yet. I don't know why that's secret, or maybe at the last second they said we're going to throw it in. Who knows? Still pretty cool, pretty interesting. If you're in on this era and you're in on these, then you might want to check it out. It's kind of a teaser right now, and no price just yet, and no availability date just yet. But kind of cool stuff. I'm curious to see what that pyramid looks like. More pictures of the MPM 15 Decepticon Brawl, and pre-orders are live. And if you're on this one, you might want to try to pre-order this and get it in at $165 is the price on it. I do kind of find that the MPMs seem to be a bit on the affordable side. I think that's kind of a cool thing that they are affordable, and I'm curious if these are going to make it into US retail like they did in the past at Target. But there's the alt mode for it. If you're in on it, it's a heads up. It's up for pre-order. I doubt it'll sell out too fast, though. I don't see the MPM sell out fast, but they do always sell out. All right, so we got packaging fully painted copies of the Saber team from Fans Hobby. Guess I should have talked about this right after the Fans Hobby exclusive. This looks pretty cool. These look to be actually production. It's interesting also that they have a lot of clear parts to them. Just kind of cool. And then as you look at these alt modes, and then you go boom, it goes into sword mode. Now you can see how they just kind of plug together with reverse. So two of the jets reverse each other, and then one kind of just goes into an opening for the hilt. Cool stuff. And I think we've seen this now 8 times, but I think this is the final product. TF Stores and MakeToys are thrilled to unveil a truly special exclusive for TFcon Toronto. It's MTRM06 Moody Blue. Moody Blue, part of the MakeToys Colorverse Recolor series, is a stunning piece with only 200 pieces made worldwide. This TFcon Toronto exclusive is a limited edition treasure that you won't want to miss out. And $220 CAD, Canadian, if you're interested. We've got another updated picture, literally just, well, we have a couple of pictures. I think this is the best one that's unobstructed there. And it is Transart Toys BWM12, their Silverbolt. Looks good. I am excited for this, look forward to this. And I think I said last week, they are shipping out their Dinobot, their Transmetals 2-bot Dinobot. But cool looking stuff that they're making over there. Making something that nobody else is making. Well, Hasbro made one of these, but I'm interested in seeing the end result and the color they get on this. I think they'll get the color right. I feel like Hasbro got the color wrong. So this is something that I didn't know they were making. It's a Beast King Reborn 01, fully transformable, Voltron-ish-esque, with light-up eyes, light-up chest, light-up base. No pricing, no pre-order availability yet. Nothing really other than just some pictures, some teasers. This week, probably next week, we might get more information. But it looks pretty cool. It is stylized. It is not like a G1, and it is not like the Defender. And as you can see here, the light-up chests, light-up eyes. I'm expecting it to be a bit pricey. I don't even have the height on it. I'm assuming it's something you would consider a masterpiece, but it still looks pretty cool overall. Here is the... Now, I gotta admit, this effect to look like it's just going on for infinity from this angle looks really good. If you're looking straight down, I bet you it looks the same. But this effect is so cool on this stand with the light. Really awesome stuff. I mean, I don't know much about this. I'm just admiring the pictures. And then this is just an example. I think they have more pictures of more cats without the coloring on it. I really am kind of lost on which is which. I believe the top one is the black one, and then I'm not sure which after that. But cool stuff. I'd probably be in on it if the price is right. All right, so this is something else I'm not too familiar with, but I saw it, so I figured I'd pass it along. It's DMH model Play Valuda Enhancer Model DA82C, and it's designed Mech Hero. It looks pretty cool. I kind of feel like this is sort of along the lines of the Diaclone stuff that Takara's doing, but more bad guy-ish-esque. And it configures into different configurations, if that's what you want to do, something along those lines. I think it's cool. I like the purple, I like the colors. I haven't seen any pre-order information for it just yet, but just the first time I've ever seen this, and I thought it was cool. Pass it along. I'm sure we'll see more pre-order information coming soon. Balin Toys put up a picture of their PowerJet OP. It's their movie series Legends scale Optimus Prime Jetfire that combined, and forgive me if I forget which, Revenge of the Fallen? Is that the one? Is it the Fallen? I don't remember which movie it's from, the name of that one, but I know these. I actually have one of them new in the package and then a loose one. So I have this set from the original release, but I think it's pretty cool overall, and I'm pretty sure I'm in on this for the Legends scale, because nobody else is making this kind of stuff for the Legends scale, so it is pretty cool, it is pretty interesting, and I always thought it was an interesting idea, and that's why I had to pick one up back in the day, just the fact they combine like this. It's the only picture they put out. Alright, so we've got something called the OP Commander. It's the Phantom Toys PT-01, and it is a direct one-to-one copy of what New Age did for their David. And it looks very well painted. Curious how this goes. I don't see it at ShowZ just yet. I'm not exactly sure where you're going to have to go to track this down, and all we have is some pictures and no links to anything to buy it, but I'd probably want to pick one up, just check it. I don't have a David yet. I never got the official one. I didn't really want to drop $100 on that thing, or whatever they were asking, but if this comes out for like 40 or 50, I'd be all over it. I'm curious about price point too. There's a lot more questions than answers. All we got literally is pictures and people guessing. Alright, so we've got the release of the New Age Gorgo, and it's their take on a slag. It's cartoon color. I did pre-order it because when I pre-ordered it was just a black and white picture, and I want the EX. I want the toy. I've decided I'm going to stick with the whole range of toy with New Age, and then I'm going to do cartoon with Magic Square. Anyway, I think it looks fantastic though. Even the cartoon stuff is painted really well, and I really, to be honest, I'm reviewing both sets as they come out, and I think New Age is winning the Dino War. And if you don't believe me that they're winning the Dino War, check this out. They all look fantastic, and these are the cartoon ones. Honestly, the EX toy versions are even more phenomenal, for me personally, but so much fun. And if you're collecting two sets at the same time, you keep one in Dino, one in Bot. Makes sense in my head. Alright, the picture that's made the rounds, this is Commander class Optimus Prime, and it looks pretty good. From what I'm seeing here, it looks pretty good. It's got a bit of a backpack. Some people are going to be put off by the backpack. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. I think that from this angle, like, they're exposing all of the, what you could say is the negative, the kibble, everything bad from it, and it still looks good. That's pretty confident right there. Let's expose the side and him sitting down instead of just straight up standing up from the front, which you know is going to look the best. This is impressive. And they're also trying to showcase articulation and all those kinds of things. But for $90, am I in on it? I don't know. Alright, so we've got another dead set of Transformers from the 86 movie, and it is the Studio Series Dead Brawn and Ratchet 2-pack. Pre-orders live. And let's see, with expected release date of the 21st of July, $60 for the set of two figures. You get a Ratchet, Dead Ratchet, and Dead Ratchet is alt mode. My son is ultra excited about these. He has the other set that they made of dead ones. What was that? Jazz? Was it Jazz and Ironhide or something like that? I don't remember. I know they showed up at Ross too, so that was one of those things. Will this one show up at Ross? Don't know about that in 2024, but then again, stranger, crazier things have happened. Braun is peg warming at some of the Walmarts, which I can't believe. I don't think we'll see Gears peg warm. I'm honest. I don't know why Gears far outsells Braun. You'd think collectors would all just, collect the same number of these mini bots. I don't know. Here's Braun's alt mode, but still kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Slightly different coloration than the original release they put out. And if you're in on this, pre-order it, or you can be like me. I'm just going to roll the dice and wait. If I see it cheap, I'm getting it. All right, so it looks like we got pictures of the Legacy United versus multi-pack found at Canadian Retail by Desert Dog. Desert Dog found it. I want to point out that GameStop is the place to go for this stuff. It's a lot of the stuff's been showing up at GameStop, so if you're interested in that. But I'm pretty sure this will be easy to find everywhere and order on BBTS, all those kinds of things. But $120. Oh, that's Canadian. Okay, that's why it looks crazy to me. It's 120 Canadian, I guess, because this was found in Canada. But yeah, when I first saw the 120, I thought that's crazy. I'm not paying that. But I'm probably still not going to pay the U.S. price. I'm not too into this set, but a lot of people are, and that's what matters. Well, isn't this a repaint of one of the figures in that last set we just looked at? Mayhem, Bludgeon, and Ruckus. First look, and it looks interesting. Looks pretty good overall. You know, I have a theory, and I'm probably right, is that when they produce this stuff, they want to produce the same mold in different colors in a short duration of time. Maybe they're not doing it on the same day, but they keep those molds readily available, and then they want to reuse those in a certain time frame. But we're going to see some milking. They're milking some stuff this week, this month, this year, and I think the more they milk it, the closer it is to the end of using that mold. All right, so speaking of milking the mold, I'm just going to jump to this story because, I mean, let's ride that wave of milking the mold. You can milk anything that has, what is it, fucker? What can you milk? Anything that has what? Here we go with this is the Friendship 2-pack. Oh, Fractured Friendship 2-pack. So let's just keep the continuity here. I believe the one on the left is from the Fractured 2-pack. The one on the right is another one I don't have of Megatron, but they're just milking that mold as much as they can, which is fine. Makes me think that we've got another Megatron on the way, and I think it's going to look super Ultra G1, and it's not going to turn into a gun, and it's not going to be quite as much fun, but it is what it is. There is the tank mode, alt mode. Then here is the alt mode for the RM packs. So you can see on the right now is the Fractured Friendship 2-pack version. The left is a different version. I think that's from the game. That's the one from the video game. Game reverse. So again, the right is the Fractured Friendship set, and the left one is the one from the video game. And there you go. Pictures via Baidu user. All right, so we've got Diamond Comic Distributors announcing a second wave of previews exclusives for the Comic-Con International San Diego, July 24th through 28th, and this will be at their booth. And this is showing 4 figures in the mini-mates. The thing is that I did pick up the Dungeons & Dragons ones because I didn't think anyone was going to make those bad guy figures. Now I'm pretty sure Super 7 will. Super 7 got my back. But I still think they're kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. Not something I'm going to dive deep into. But definitely not going to be tracking this one down. I don't even think you'll be able to get this one on like BBTS or anything. But you might. But I really think this is a true and blue Comic-Con exclusive. The popular YouTuber Proto Man has, I believe that's the same Proto Man that put pictures up here of this Transformers Squeezling figurine. Ooh, figurine. I'm not a big fan of the name figurine, but what Hasbro, is it even Hasbro? What Hasbro would do for $1, if it wasn't Hasbro making them themselves, then it's somebody making them. I'm curious though, is this kind of like a Stretch Armstrong Squeezling thing? How flexible is it? I'm interested, probably not interested enough to pick one up, but interested enough to hear somebody's experience with one. So a new video game for Transformers announced, Galactic Trials, developed by Outright Games, and this is going to use a lot of the iconic Autobots and Decepticons, including Bumblebee, Megatron, Elita 1, and Optimus Prime. It's a race across Battle Race Circus to collect relics and beat opponents. Gameplay incorporates both traditional arcade racing in vehicle form and dynamic combat in bot form, and looks to be quite interesting, actually. I'm curious which platforms it'll all be on and all that good stuff, but it's just announced. Pretty cool, pretty interesting stuff. I kind of like a game that I can just kind of start to finish and have some fun with it. But again, I'm not the early adopter on any video games ever again. All right, so let's talk about some Technodrama And so I did a vintage review of one because I heard like shortly after these things went up for pre-order that I did look at it and people said it's smaller. I measured mine and I looked at the pictures and I watched even a guy made a whole breakdown video showing it. It is 1.5 inches smaller. It is. Instead of 15 inches, the vintage one's 15, this is 13.5. They even show it to the tippy top of the eyeball, 13.5 inches. And you notice in the front there's only 1 screw hole instead of 2 screw holes. So they have this smaller, and it is fractionally smaller, like 10% smaller. It's not that big of a deal. You go from 15 to 13 inches. I mean, 1.5 inches doesn't make that big of a difference in anyone's life, does it? Does it really? But if you look real close at this, where it says 3,000 bought in the last month, and that used to say 5,000 bought in the last month. I also put in this, I clipped in my order, purchased on June 10th. That isn't even a month ago. So I purchased it as soon as it came up for pre-order, and that's not even a month ago. So it was 5,000. 2,000 people have canceled. 2,000 canceled orders. I didn't catch this. Somebody else pointed it out to me. And I was like, you're right. Because I've been looking at this that close. And I pulled this picture back on like 2 or 3 days ago. So that's why it's back up for pre-order. And people, maybe there's some forums out there and groups talking about this that I'm not in. But my understanding is people are going to buy these up and pull all the parts off of this and plug it into their vintage one and sell their vintage ones as complete. And that was, I think, the plan everybody had. But when you shrunk the entire whole thing down about 10%, the parts will no longer be compatible. It's my understanding of what's going on here. Anyway, that might be what's going on. That might not be what's going on. I'm not sure. 2,000 pre-orders just gone. So are you a fan of the Batman 66 from McFarlane, but you feel like you want more articulation? Well, now you can get that with their Masterverse. Granted, it's going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, and it looks pretty good. If I compare this to what I've got on my shelf, I like what I have on my shelf better because there's not so many seam lines and all that. But mine can't do this because of the articulation or lack thereof. So pretty cool looking figure. It is going to be taller than, it's not really going to mix with your Batman 66 stuff that McFarlane already made. Not really sure why they're doing this, but it's a classic series. It looks cool. It looks good. I think it's up for pre-order right now at PBTS Entertainment Earth. So we got another Sdcc exclusive. It's almost like torture if you really want this. I personally don't really care, but it is superpowers. It is cool. Convention exclusive. You can only get it at the convention on the floor, July 24th or 28th. But I think it looks pretty cool. It's cool stuff. I'm still sort of keeping up with superpowers, even though I've missed out on some key ones that I'm not going to pay to get. But I'm still happy with what I've got. And I mean, that's a lesson in life. Just be happy with what you have, Mike. Okay. All right. So I took that lesson. Now, can they make Seinfeld figures? Is that going to be a thing? Can they do it? Can they do Seinfeld figures? All right. So we had Anime Expo, Jada Toys, Street Fighter, Mega Man, and Cyberpunk. Well, all I got the picture is Mega Man and Street Fighter, which I wouldn't mind picking up some of the Mega Man figures. I was not a fan at all of the Mega Man game. I'm just going to be honest. I tried to play it as a kid and I just didn't like it. But as an adult, I appreciate it a little bit more. And I kind of like the concept of what they did in there. But anyhow, love the heck out of Street Fighter. I'm keeping up with all this. Now, I will point out that M. Bison, is it M. Bison? Yeah, Bison is shipping from Gundam, which is ShowZ Store. So if they still have any in stock, go over and check it out. But they're shipping me mine. I'll be doing a review on that pretty soon. Whenever it arrives, be pretty excited. And then Dalzim should be coming pretty soon, shortly after. That's a whole lot of fun right there. Look at all of these amazing figures. I'm planning on dedicating a whole shelf to this, or kind of like partially this and partially something else. But exciting times, exciting stuff. And for 25 to 35 bucks a figure is a pretty good price. All right, so 2 new NECA Usagi Yojimbo figures announced, and I'm not in on either one, but there's still not exactly any ordering information yet for the 40th anniversary of the character. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. They're just repaints of stuff they've already made in the past, but they're remade into, was it comic? It's the artist website direct. So you have to get it straight from the website on that one. It is black and white versions of those. They are cool, but I'm happy with the colored version I have, and I really don't need multiples of this character. Personally, I think it's a cool character. I still don't quite grasp why people would want 12, 15, 20 versions of this character. But then again, I mean, that's like people have 20 versions of He-Man. Wait. Optimus Prime makes sense to have 20 of, right? Just kidding. The Mezzo 112 Collective, the Mesco 6-inch Casey Jones, looks pretty good, and sure that thing's gonna be $100 or something like that. That's 112 or something crazy, but oh, it's 120 now. They're up to 120 now, and this ships out soon after Sdcc 2024. So. Pretty cool, interesting stuff they have going on right here. And if you're interested on this one, if you're not satisfied with what Super 7 gave you or what NECA's given you, then go for this one. It does have the soft goods. I'm not a huge fan of soft goods. Some of the stuff they included this does look pretty cool though, but it's truly up to you if you're in on $120 Casey Jones. Playmates is putting out their Turtles Black and White Original Sketch Comic 4-pack, and I know people are really excited about this popular. I think this is the same mold, just painted different, but this is something that they have just leaked on their Instagram, so that's not something that is up for pre-order just yet, and much details about it, but it still looks pretty cool, pretty interesting. I think I've seen this done by other companies. When you got 5 companies making Turtles, like, it's hard to get excited about something that you've seen another company already do, but still looks cool. Another Super 7, is it an exclusive? Is it an exclusive? Sdcc 2024 item in recent days has shown up, and it's revealed to be Conan Comics Ultimates Wave 2 figures in this round. Conan from the late 70s books, and the Cole, the Conqueror. Both are $55 US, ship date of April of 2025. Read the pics. There we go. Looks interesting, cool stuff. I'm more in on the Arnold ones. I just pre-ordered that one wave, which still isn't up yet. And I'm kind of glad because I didn't really drop $220 right now on that stuff, but these look interesting. These look cool. So you gotta. If you're a big fan of this stuff, then you really love the early roots and the early lore of it, and it's cool that they're doing it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on this, but it does look kind of cool. Garfield action figures by Boss Fight Studio. They stand roughly 5 to 6 inches tall, and I'm sure there's going to be more information about it. They're $25 each, so I want to admit that this is a good price, $25 for something like this. I mean, Boss Fight Studios is putting them out. They look pretty good. They're the ones also, I think they're doing the Fraggle Rock and all that, but yeah, paying some homage to some old cartoons. Garfield's going to be making a big comeback this year, I believe, or at least my son does. All right, so Mattel's put out pictures of this Man of War Revolution, Master of the Universe Revolution for the next show, which is it even out yet? Because I haven't seen it yet, but still seems pretty cool. The show I would look forward to whenever it comes out. But this is, again, another Man-at-Arms, like a 4th Man-at-Arms that they're making, maybe a 5th, but it's with different armor on it, probably slightly different face, and there we go. It's a cool looking figure though. I mean, you got to think about it from an Eternia perspective. It's like an Eternia Palace Guard kind of thing. Looks cool. It's time for the hey little Sonny, go buy yourself a Star War for $5. Now, $5 isn't going to get me anything, Grandma. Sorry. But there are pre-orders up now for Shin Hati. Is she a Hati? From Arcania. And then Mandalorian Shriek Hawk. Shriek Hawk? Shriek Hawk. Cool stuff. Up for pre-order if you're into this. I'm just kind of done buying every different Mandalorian under the sun, and I'm not in on any of the content for the new show, so it's not really for me. But I do want to say the figures look good. They're colorful. There's a lot of colors with these new figures. I mean, aside from this one figure here, doesn't have much colorfulness to her, but I do want to point that out. They're doing a good job with the figures. Are they the figures people want? Well, what we want is original trilogy, and I guess I'm going to say that it's funded. It's almost at 9,000 right now. Will it hit the 17,000? I don't know. But I'm sorry, I just bought a ridiculous amount of vintage stuff. You saw the haul I got from BBTS. and I'm just tapped out for the month, and I don't care enough. The Tonica Sisters might get reissued down the road, and they might not. And if they never do, and I've completely missed out, I'm not worried about it. But if you really want this, then go after. I think I'm more just lazy. I don't want to redo my display. So there it is. That's just be honest. I don't want to redo my display. I'm happy with it the way it is. So I'm backing out. I never backed it in the first place, but it's cool. And those for you, I do not want to steal anyone's thunder and excitement, because this is really cool. It's something they should have made a long time ago, but you know, $400. It's just, I'm not ready for that right now. And I actually thought it was going to go on a little bit longer, but I'm passing. Optimus Prime, play me a sad song for not buying the Cantina, please. But what does everybody think about this weekly news this week? What else is going on out there? I had an amazing week. I had so much fun. Been a great week. All kinds of fun this past week. Had a holiday. Had all kinds of good stuff going on. Just one good thing after another going on this week. Hopefully, you can say the same thing. Like, subscribe. Tell your maker out. Let's check out this color change process. See if I can get it on video right here. So it turns purple, and then, yeah, that gets the job done. That color change really works. Takes a few seconds. You can see where it's got a different type. The palm plastic doesn't change color, so his elbow doesn't change color all the way. But yeah, cool effect. Really cool effect.